Vanakkam. How are you all? Namaste to you. Today we are going to learn about the life of Narahari. Back in those days, some people were so ignorant that they did not even know why they were so hostile. They followed their elders, and the elders were also in the same ignorance. So Vitala decided to play a drama. Narahari was a sonar, as the name says. He was a goldsmith. He was very skilled in his profession. He was reputed to be the most honest of all the goldsmiths there. He was an ardent devotee of Shiva. Thousands of people came to Pandarpur to worship Vitala. Though he lived in Pandarpur, he would never see the tower of the Vitala temple also. There was a Mallikarjuna Swami, that is Shiva temple near Vitala temple. Even now it exists. He would go there and worship Shiva. While working or making jewels, he would chant Lord Shiva's name. Though he would chant Lord Shiva's name, he would not abuse Vitala, but he would not go near the temple also. One day, a very rich person from neighboring village came to Narahari's house. He wanted to make waistband, that is, we call it in Tamil as Odiyanam, that is for waist. It's pendant. He brought gold and precious gems to make it. Narahari agreed to make it. He thought that the pendant might be for the rich man's child. Usually people make such an expensive gold items only for the family members. Upon asking the measurement, the man asked Narahari to come and take Vitala's measurement. Oh, this is what? Narahari was confused, perplexed, hearing this. He scolded himself for not asking for whom in the first place. He never thought such an expensive item would be for Vitala. But the rich man had prayed to Vitala. If his long-term wish of having a child was fulfilled, he would do the waistband for Vitala. Do you think Vitala asked him? Vitala never asked for any expensive ornaments or any of that kind. But people make it out of their devotion or gratitude. So Narahari refused to do it as he would not have the proper measurement. Even today, we can go near Vitala, keep our head on the feet of Vitala. Such is the practice of North Indian temples. But we know about Narahari, who would not see even the shadow of the temple. But the rich man reminded him about the word given to make the jewel. It was those days words were mightier and they would not break these words. What about the measurements? Finally, they came to an agreement. Narahari said, "You take the measurement and come. I will make and give." The rich man agreed. Soon he came with the measurement. Narahari took a week's time to make. What a beautiful waistband with such a precious stones. The rich man was so happy. He happily took the waistband to the temple and wore the waistband. Alas, it was nearly 4 inches loose. He came to Narahari and again he altered it and according to the new measurement. But this time the rich man found that it was very tight to the waist. The rich man was so worried. Every time he took the proper measurement, still it didn't fit well. He told Narahari, "Maybe I don't know to take proper measurement. You yourself come and take. I am so sad that I could not fulfill my prayers." Narahari did not agree at all. It was out of question to come to the entrance of Vitala's temple. What to say about taking measurement of Vitala's waist? But he had his professional ethics. After long arguments, Narahari agreed to go to temple, but on one condition. His eyes must be covered and he must be guided by the rich man to Vitala. So the rich man tied his eyes with cloth and held his hand and took him to the temple. Just imagine the situation. People were astonished seeing Narahari's attitude. Such an adamant and fanatic persons existed those days. Narahari started taking the measurement with his eyes closed and covered with cloth. But what was this? He was still blindfolded. He touched Vitalan. As he was blindfolded, he did not touch exactly the hip. His hands touched all parts of Vitala. When he touched, he found trident or trishula, damaru or drum, then fire and abhanga mudra. Lord Shiva's four hands usually with these kinds of mudra and weapons. Did this man take me to some Nataraja temple? Why? We are supposed to take measurements of Vitala, but these are Lord Shiva's pose. He got confused. And he continued touching Vitalan. On the head he found Mother Ganga, and above Ganga he found crescent moon. Then he found the third eye. No, this is Lord Shiva. He immediately wanted to worship Shiva, so he removed the cloth and opened the eyes. Who was there? Vitalan, with a sly smile, keeping his hands on his hips. Immediately he blindfolded again. Oh, no. Now we could find the serpent behind his neck, tiger skin as a dress. Again he opened his eyes. Vitalan, no. He tried closing and opening his eyes. He was stunned to feel Lord Shiva, but when he opened his eyes, it was Vitalan smiling at him. Oh, now his inner eyes opened. He finally realized that Shiva and Vishnu were one and the same. He fell at the Lord's feet. He had changed in that moment. He became a staunch devotee of Vitalan and sang many abhangs. We can say even few examples. Chidambaram temple in Tamil Nadu dated 6th century, dedicated to Nataraja and Govindaraja. The form of Shiva as the Lord of Dance and Mahavishnu as the spectator and admirer. This was Vitala's teaching to the world through Narahari, that Vishnu and Shiva are one and the same. You worship whichever form you choose, but respect all. We heard in Namadeva's story also how the shrine revolved in Nagnath temple in order to hear the Hari Kirtan bhajans. There is also a temple in Tamil Nadu which is known as Rameshwaram, Ram Ishwaram, where Rama, the incarnation of Vishnu, does puja to Lord Shiva. Although not much now, it was very high back then and it is decreasing over time. Vitalan played a wonderful drama through Narahari. Shall we have another one next week? Until then, bye, take care, Jai Vitala.